SecretLvlPodcast. This is the first podcast of what I hope to be many, not just one of one. So, taking it slow, we'll see how it goes. Today's topic is most anticipated 2020 games. Um, we're gonna discuss a few games. I don't think we're gonna have enough time to maybe go through everybody's like top five, and for all I know, everyone could want to play Cyberpunk 2077. So,
Yeah,
just
definitely.
yeah. So, but so let's just go ahead and start. We have Hippie Gaming, bottom left corner. We have Yugi Moto, top left corner. UF Dark Riddler is actually his name. And then top right, we actually have the Drama Queen. And yes, she likes to start a lot of drama. So, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. And then there's me, Musicality. I'm the host. I created the SecretLvlPodcast. And yeah, I just want to talk video games to you guys. I don't want to show you guys me playing video games. It's just not my forte anymore. So.
I have a question. Why is that?
I don't know. To be honest, I mean, I'm not bad at video games, but I just kind of feel like streaming kind of took me away from enjoying video games because I wasn't playing for myself anymore. I was playing for other people, and that's not, that's just not what I want to do. I just want to be able to enjoy the video game that I paid for, and
Understandable,
and all that. So, but I mean, I'm not knocking streamers by any means and whatnot. By all means, sit there and show me how to 360 no scope on Call of Duty, because I sure as hell can't do it. But a podcast, a gaming podcast, kind of keeps me in the gaming field, and being able to enjoy games with other people. So, kind of the reason why.
totally understandable.
All right. So, are there any other questions you guys want to ask me?
We need to put a game.
Oh my gosh.
We need to put web show.
You are right. I really do. So, anyone listening to the audio right now, currently streaming on Mixer and Twitch, this is the first time that I've streamed in quite a while, and I obviously last time I streamed was about a year ago, to be honest.
Damn.
Yeah. So just kind of been busy with a bunch of stuff, and
I hear you.
obviously am not showcasing that I'm streaming because I am in no category whatsoever.
Dude, you're great. I love you.
I know.
You're making it so interesting.
I literally try my best. I'm sitting here just embarrassing myself right now. So,
It's all good.
but anywho, yeah. So I don't know how to do it on Mixer, to be honest, Queen.
You're gonna want to go to the top right and click on your profile. Go to broadcast dashboard, and then select game.
And this
And
is
then you'll
why I
Web
don't
show.
pay you the big bucks. But just know that I would. So, what would it be for Mixer?
Do web show.
All right, web show.
It'll
Hey,
probably
Queenie.
be web space show, and you'll click it, and then just go down all the way to the bottom and save it.
You were right.
Hey, Queenie, how long have you been streaming?
A year and a half.
Okay.
An amazing year and a half. And then what about you, Riddler?
Off and on, probably about 2.5 years.
Okay. And then what about you, Hippie?
Well, I mean, shoot, I want to say it's about a year and a quarter at least, or a couple months.
Somewhere
It's
in.
at least been a full year.
Yeah.
I started back in like October 18, so.
Okay. So yeah, it's been about a year and 4 months. So.
So yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get the conversation started. And again, right now I think what we need to do is just I don't know. We'll start off with drama. Obviously, whoever if someone names off a game and everything, just let them talk about it first. And of course, if you enjoy, you're looking forward to that game, then just follow up with why you're wanting to play that game and so on and so forth. So we'll just go ahead and start off with drama.
Okay. How many of y'all like vampires?
I mean, Blade was fucking killing it, right?
No,
He killed vampires, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, he killed them.
Oh, okay, all right.
He was like half vampire and everything.
Never played it, I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, what?
It's awesome.
I am ready for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. It's a first-person shooter. Not first-person shooter. It's a first-person RPG game, and you explore and you take on your abilities to be like a vampire and like fuck people up, and I'm like super excited about it because I love vampires.
Is it just like is it an Xbox game or is it gonna be
Xbox, PS4, and PC? I think.
okay? So it's gonna be on every. And this is the second game.
Yes, this is the second one. It comes out should be spring 2020.
Okay. And what was the first game on?
The first game was all the same platforms. It wasn't as big.
Mhm.
It came out a while back ago, but this one is new. It has better graphics. It has more interactions that you can do with it. The preview and the cinematics look amazing. And like you can pick what you want to do. You can level up your character, kind of like how Jedi Fallen Order is like you pick what you want to level up and
Yeah.
everything, and so that's what it's doing with this one as well. Is you get to pick how you want to level it up, what kind of like mastery you want to be. So I'm like super excited about it because I love like being able to level up my person, choose who they get to be, RPG wise and everything. So I'm super excited about it. But then again, maybe it's just because I've seen too much fucking Twilight and Vampire Diaries, and I just think vampires are awesome. So
I got an interesting question for you.
okay.
Does Blood Rain ring a bell to you?
Oh, I do remember Blood Rain. I'm gonna assume that's a no since she didn't say anything. Yeah, Blood Rain.
Look it up sometime.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Blood
that.
Rain? Alright, bet.
That was
I'm looking it up right now. I'm on my Xbox. Let's go.
I was gonna say that was on or at least I played it on the GameCube. There were a few games of it, right?
Blood Rain is like one of their original vampires.
Yeah.
I'm showing my age here. I'm sorry.
Well, alright. I guess I don't know, but like I said, I remember playing it on like the GameCube or something. And I mean, it was just a quick playthrough like one time. It wasn't. To me, at least, it wasn't a game where I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, I can get so much like replay value from this. But it's just something to like pass the time, I guess. So, all right. Well, I guess it's Riddler's turn. I guess we'll just go go to the left and then Hippie and then me.
Well, actually, the creators of Man of Maiden. I'm not sure if y'all heard of that.
No.
What was it?
Man of Maiden.
Man of Maiden? Are they coming out with a new one?
Yeah, Little Hope.
Ooh, I'm super excited. I love horror games.
It's supposed to be. Yeah, it's definitely a horror game. It's supposed to be supposed to be damn near like the same system they have for Man of Maiden. But it's a totally different story. But they trying to keep up with all the like the old ancient horror stories and stuff like that. They really trying to bring that about. I'm really looking forward to see what they did with that one.
So is it kind of looks like what's that PlayStation game where
Until Dawn.
No, not Hotel Dawn. Where you can make the decisions. It's got Rami Malek in it. What's the name of it? Until Dawn is the name of it. That's what it kind of looks like. Is it not made by the same people?
I'm like 85% sure it did. Like I played Until Dawn, but I didn't really like look into it. Like I played it because I was asked to play it. If that makes sense.
Okay, all right. Because like by the looks of it, the Dark Pictures Man of Medan, is that the game you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And you're saying that this new game coming out in 2020 is a continuation of that?
No, it's a totally another story.
Oh, okay. All right. And
But
then
it's the same people.
oh, okay. And is this almost like a Till Dawn? Where you make decisions and all that? Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Very much so. Very much so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a story mode, and each person has like their own person, and you interchange between like the different people in the game, and like you decide. It's like a choice game, and you have to like decide who lives, who dies by your actions and everything. It's a really fun game.
Yeah, when that's one of the few games I can honestly say your choices actually matter in that game. Like
they do.
Hardcore really matter.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I know Wolf Among Us, which by the way, I'm so stoked for the second one to be honest, and hopefully it comes out this year. But yeah, I think most of the Telltale games, those decisions don't really matter, regardless of however many times like you play through and whatnot, as compared to, again, I'm only speaking for Until Dawn. You know, I kind of feel like Until Dawn, you know, the decisions actually like really matter and can like alter the entire story. But that could just be me.
Didn't Telltale go under?
Yeah, they did. They did. Yeah, but with the Wolf Among Us 2, you know, Wolf Among Us 2, it's going to be a very select few from the Telltale, and then some other company. I don't think it's Skybound that's going to be picking it up, but I know for a fact someone did pick up Wolf Among Us 2, and they are working on it right now. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So was that not on y'all's list? What?
Never played the first one.
No.
Whoa.
Honestly, no.
Yeah, you definitely have to play the first one. I think that's probably my favorite, you know, Telltale game. I mean, The Walking Dead Season 1 was, like, really good. But, you know, when I played The Wolf Among Us, you know, I mean, granted, I don't really know much about, like, fairy tales and, you know, all that because it's what it's based off of. But that game just definitely, you know, did it with that sort of game for me.
I'll definitely look at it. You know if it's on Xbox Game Pass?
Oh yeah.
Is it? Because if so, yeah, I mean, whoever's listening definitely needs to go in and like, you know, like play that game. So.
Yeah, I'll definitely go look at it.
Right. I mean, shoot, they got all sorts of stuff in the past right now. It's
yes, they do. Honestly, you know, the crazy part is now that you brought up Telltale games, I'm surprised that Batman one didn't really bring in the business for them.
Yeah, and I think it's actually free this month for Xbox Live Gold, to be honest. I'm pretty sure. Let me take a look real quick.
Yeah, I suggest anybody who ain't played that to at least play it once. Play all the episodes once. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Wait, you haven't... Wait, are you talking about the Batman game, Hippie?
Oh yeah, I haven't, like, I played like the Arkham series and all that, but I never really touched the Telltale games. It's like I've seen them, but it's just like, I'm just like, you know, but I don't know. I mean, I would give it a try. I enjoyed The Walking Dead.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for me, I mean, I'm gonna praise, you know, The Wolf Among Us. I mean, I wouldn't put it in like, you know, my top game of the year, you know, but for the year that it came out. But again, it was just one of those experiences where I'm kind of like, all right, hey, you know, I don't mind playing this a second and third time, even though, you know, I sort of like know the, you know, outcome and all that, you know. So,
I hear you.
And then actually the Batman game is going to be free this month for Xbox games with gold. It's going to be there from January 16th or on January 16th. So definitely going to pick that one up. Yeah.
Oh, I'll definitely have to check.
All right. Well, Hippie, it's your turn.
Right. Well, pretty excited for Doom Eternal. You know, it's obviously the sequel, excuse me, to the remake that they did. I want to say a couple years back or so. But this time you're on Earth. And you're basically trying to save the entire human race this time instead of just trying to survive on this base. Or what it was.
Yeah.
But oh, you go ahead.
No. You're fine.
But yeah, I mean that's supposed to be coming out for the new Stadia, whatever the heck that is, that a Google thing.
Stadia, I think is the name of it.
Stadia, that's how you say it. I was like, couldn't remember how to say that. PS4, PC, Windows, of course Xbox. But yeah, I think it's they're not sure. I didn't really get a date of when it's coming out, but it's supposed to be coming out later this year at some point. But I can't wait until to get my. Because, I mean, who doesn't like blood, gore, and just shooting demons?
Yeah, like I don't have it on like my top 5 list, but I do have it on my list to eventually get. And
I hear you.
The last Doom game was probably like the first game that I really like invested into like playing and actually like paying attention to and all that other stuff, and it was actually really fun. I mean, I don't know if the other Doom games are like that, where they're just kind of like arcadey,
Yeah, in a way, like, yeah, like the one that the sequels to, it's all based off the original like game they had on, I forget which console it was. It was probably like back in the Sega Genesis days, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But they basically took that concept, brought it like just update basically, just continue on with it for a long time.
Yeah, like, and I even played the online, and I mean, I know it wasn't like Halo, but I kind of felt like I could like have fun with it, like I did with like Halo 2 and early Halo 3, and yeah, I mean, and the fact that the game is still like kind of alive and whatnot, which is like really hard to find with games that aren't praised, like CS:GO and Overwatch and League of Legends and all that. But I mean, there is no like competitive scene behind Doom and whatnot. You'd figure, all right, hey, the game is $5 for a reason because nobody's playing it. But in reality, if you jump in multiplayer, you'll actually see that.
They are actually bringing in a new multiplayer mode where you basically, they give you like select demons you can play as, but you jump into other people's games, like their story, and you fuck with them.
What?
Really?
Yeah, I just read that. I was like, dude, that actually kind of sounds pretty interesting.
Wow, that's.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, you just go in and mess someone's day up, like they'll just be running along. And, I mean, I'm assuming like other people could do it to your game as well. I mean, but that seems pretty interesting.
Yeah, it definitely does. Like that's a different take, so it's pretty nice.
Kind of sound like how wow, that game is not gonna come. Dying Light was.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, speaking of Dying Light, the second one comes out this year.
I think
that's true.
Excited to get my parkour zombie on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, is it my turn? I think it's my turn.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So, Capcom has been doing some excellent work with Resident Evil lately, and I knew Resident Evil 2. Like, after seeing the success for Resident Evil 2's, like, remake, I just knew for a fact Resident Evil 3 was going to happen, because, again, like, Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 kind of go, like, hand in hand, and for me, Resident Evil 3 was actually one of the very first games that I had, like, started playing as, like, a game. I mean, obviously, I had the NES and all that, but, me being able to, like, go to other people and be like, yeah, play this game at such a young fucking age and whatnot. But Dune 2000 and Resident Evil 3 were my first two games that I really started playing. And after seeing that, on the GameCube they decided to redo the first Resident Evil, I was just like, all right, hey, now you have, these new consoles getting ready to come in. So like, I can only imagine, all right, hey, let's do Resident Evil 2, 3, Code Veronica and all that. But they obviously didn't do it. And then the new, this current generation comes out, and they revamp, the original Resident Evil, and then Resident Evil 2 comes out. I was a little sketched out by it because I was just like, whoa, Leon and Claire kind of look a lot different than what I thought. But again, that could just be the, classic, classic graphics with like the updated ones. But all of a sudden, Resident Evil 3 hit. They confirmed it, and I was just like, yo, I'm ready to, square up against, Nemesis and all of that. Not really, but I'm gonna try. But yeah. So Capcom knows that they can execute on that. Resident Evil 3 is gonna be just as successful as Resident Evil 2. If not, maybe a little less. I don't know. I see a lot of people saying that Resident Evil 2 is, the best Resident Evil game, but then I also see people saying Resident Evil Code Veronica is the best one, and 3 is just kind of like in the middle, where it's like, well, 3 is like the worst, and I'm sitting here thinking, how is 3 the worst when you're literally getting hunted down by this, tyrant motherfucker and whatnot. So, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to Resident Evil 3. It's gonna be a day one purchase. I actually need to pre-order the I guess like special limited edition thing. I'm pretty sure it's like $150, $170. I don't really care. In all honesty, what sucks is I'm gonna have to get it on the Xbox One. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna leave that alone, and then just buy it again on the PC and just play it on the PC, because I'm that much of a fucking snob. But but I feel like I'm just gonna leave that game disc just like wrapped up and all that, because again, like Resident Evil 3 is like something special to me, because again, it's like what really got me into gaming and whatnot. So Drama sounded like she was gonna get it too, and I'm hoping she does. Oh, okay.
Resident Evil 2 was amazing.
Oh, okay. Have you played the classic, like Resident Evil 3?
No, I never played the classic one, but I've played any of the ones that've been on Game Pass, and I've played the remakes. So I haven't played the classic Resident Evil 2, but I have played Resident Evil 4, so on. So definitely, I love zombies. Zombies is my favorite thing. My favorite game of all time is Left 4 Dead. So, like, Zombies is right up my alley, and that game was just amazing, and I cannot wait for when this game comes out, because it's coming out very, 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 very soon. It comes out in the spring. They already have it on pre-order on the Xbox, and I'm super stoked about it. I am ready. I'm going to replay. I'm finishing up Claire's story. Then we're going to go to Leon's, and we're going to finish that one up on stream before Resident Evil 3 comes out. So, like, I'm super, super excited.
And I think what makes like Capcom amazing too is the fact that you buy Resident Evil 3, but then you get this side project that they were working on. And to be honest, I don't really care too much about it, so I stopped paying attention to it, and I don't know what the name of it is. But it kind of sounds like a Left 4 Dead type thing, where it's like, all right, hey, you can
Back 4 Blood.
Is that the name of it?
Yes, it's just like Left 4 Dead, and it's gonna be like Left 4 Dead, and they're working on it.
Right, yeah. So, and the fact that you get Resident Evil 3 for the base price of $60, but you're also going to get this other game, just kind of goes hand in hand and whatnot. So, I mean, it's kind of like a good deal to me, at least. I mean, I probably won't play the other game, but I mean, it's going to be free, so I don't see why not. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Back for Blood. I may be thinking about a different game, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But they had announced that one back in October. They haven't really talked a lot about it, but they did mention it.
And I think the reason they're not talking about it is because everybody just wants these remakes. To be honest, it's like, all right, hey, you got Resident Evil 3. I just don't see any way that they don't remake Resident Evil Code Veronica. I mean, to me, that's it goes Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 2, and then Code Veronica. This is everything before Resident Evil 4. But I mean, it's definitely a golden opportunity for them. So, but we'll see. Riddler, have you played any of the Resident Evils?
Yeah, I actually played all of them. Except I have not played Code Veronica.
Oh, okay.
That's the only one I've not played.
It's good, but again, it's like it's 4 out of 4 for me. Going in order and whatnot. And I remember actually playing the Resident Evil 2 demo, and I was probably one of the minorities that was sitting there saying, "Why the fuck are these zombies so fucking hard to kill?"
Oh my goodness.
And whatnot. But I was just like, this is completely unnecessary and whatnot. But
like, The Walking Dead taught me they're a headshot and they're dead. And you're sitting here like,
bruh,
you have to hit them like 10 times and waste my ammo. Like, what are we doing?
Like, half of his head is gone. Yeah, like, but I guess that just kind of brings more of the survival horror to it, because again, you get into Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5. You can skip Resident Evil 6 because that was just an awful fucking game. But you play 4 and 5, and you kind of got like the arcadey, like feeling to it, where it's like, all right, hey, I mean, they're easy to fucking kill, and then you can just run up to them and then like stomp their heads, or whatever it is and whatnot. And the fact that you're able to conserve so much ammo, just kind of, I mean, the game was fun, but it didn't feel like a survival horror. And them going back, to that route, especially with Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 was fucking amazing. And I mean, if they do a Resident Evil 8, just as long as they continue the way they did with Resident Evil 7, I'll be, all game for it. But, going back to the survival horror, is an amazing thing, and I liked it, and I'm pretty sure that's the reason why they did it. And I mean, I'm not gonna knock them for it at all, but it just caught me off guard. So, all right, well, I'm done talking. So right now, Drama, it's your turn.
What would be the next game? Okay, so for anybody that knows me, I love horror games. I'm a huge horror fanatic. I'm rank 1 on DVD. Love horror games. Played all the Outlasts. Like, Alien Isolation, like, literally scared the piss out of me. Literally. And, it's just one of those things, like, I love horror. Well, there's this game. I watch a lot of PC stuff. And I love PC. One day I'm going to be able to get my own PC. And I am just super excited about this game that is finally coming out on Xbox. It's called 12 Minutes. And somebody knows what it is. Somebody knows what it is. It's coming out on Xbox, guys. It's coming. And it's a thriller is what they classify it as. And basically what it is, it's like, have you ever like seen one of those movies or TV shows where you're in a constant loop, like you die at the end of your day and you get brought back to life? I don't know if y'all seen the newest movie, Happy Death Day, kind of like that, where you die and she gets brought back to life and you have to like try to figure out who your killer is and stuff and like what's going on and everything. And like, that's what's going to happen to you. You're just going to keep waking up the next day, having to think about like who killed you and how to stop it so you can make it to the next day. And I'm so excited about it. It's like one of those things where you only have like 12 minutes figured out, because you literally wake up and then you have like 12 minutes figured out and then you're dead again. It's not like you have a whole day. You only have that 12 minutes. And it's just like, super excited. Like, I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well,
that sounds interesting.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah, wait, Yeah, because right now, I mean, the trailer shows like a couple, and they're sitting here having their anniversary dinner or whatever, and all of a sudden, the guy sits there and starts telling the girl what she's about to say, and you know, she's sitting there trying to figure out, and all of a sudden, the cop busts in, trying, and like arrest her and all this other stuff. So right now you're just like trying to figure out, like within 12 minutes, all right, hey, what the hell is going on? Like, did my wife do something? What did the cop do? This and that and so on and so forth. But it is like an interesting take, and I'm actually really hoping that it isn't. I mean, I doubt it's going to be a full priced game, and I'm hoping it's not. And
$39.99.
Wait, how much?
Probably the max it'll be will be $39.99, depending, because if it did really well on Steam, which it did, they'll sell it a lot on Xbox. And you never know, they may add it on the Xbox Game Pass, because they've been doing that a lot with new games that are coming out.
Yeah, I was gonna say they did that with Gears 5. As soon as it came out, boom, like full. They gave you the full package deal right out.
I know. I feel so bad for the people that pre-ordered it.
Right, I know. I'm just like,
but yeah, like I mean, I don't know. I'm just hoping it's kind of. I mean, $20 is probably like what I can see it like selling for, because again, it's just all right. Hey, you can go through. You'll probably go through the game. Probably like 2.5 hours before you kind of figure out. All right, hey, this is what's going on. You figure it out, and then all of a sudden now, what more can you do with the game? So, $20 is kind of all right. Hey, as high as I would probably like go for it and whatnot, but yeah, I don't know. That's a game that I'm definitely like looking forward to. It's in my top. Well, I put it as my 6th game that I'm like looking forward to. But as soon as I saw the trailer for it, I was just like, yeah, this is really interesting, and should be worth like a weekend worth of gameplay and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, it looks so good, so good.
I have to look that up.
Oof, yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like the article I was reading about it was just kind of gives you like that a cop kills your wife, you get framed for it, and it's like,
hey, you're giving away shit. Giving it away.
Yeah,
I'm down.
That's what they had on the article. That's what they had on the article. So I think that must be like
I didn't tell you all about it.
All right, Redley.
Overwatch 2.
What the front door?
Yeah. I got it.
They said 2020. Is that what they said for it?
Oh, apparently.
I think it's at the end of 2020 or beginning of 2021.
Yeah.
I'm about to look it up, but I'm pretty sure that's what they said.
Okay, yeah, it looks like yeah.
But man, the fact that they adding pretty much basically an RPG mode, the co-op mode, the adventure mode, they should have been did this. I want it to happen. I want to be able to run around with jumping off walls and pretty practically playing the boombox and killing people. I have to do that. But they supposed to be. I'm not 100% on this. They're supposed to be like migrating to where Overwatch with Overwatch 2. So it's like, how can I say this? I guess what you do in Overwatch 2 or vice versa go hand in hand with each other. So it's not like two separate things. It's just one rewards thing.
Yeah.
That's the way it seems like to me, how it's being explained to me. But that's one of my top 5 games I'm actually waiting. No questions asked.
Yeah. I just love how like it was rumored that it was only gonna be like storyline and everything, and now they like truly said like, no, there's still gonna be PvP. Like there's still gonna be like multiplayer and everything. Because I was like, if it's not gonna have multiplayer, that's gonna make a lot of people not very happy, because that's what made the first one so amazing, like the competitiveness. Like I still play it. I am still like, I literally was playing it before, like, oh my god, like I'm so addicted to that game.
I think,
I'll stop playing.
Yeah, I mean, I play it here and there, but I think what I had seen was you're gonna have all of those options that Riddler had just now said, and then there's gonna be a different implement for multiplayer, which I'm not exactly sure. I'm kind of like speculating, but based off of the first like photos that I had seen and everything, like I think I had saw a photo of like Tracer, and I think they were showing each skill that she had, and then you were able to like level up like each skill that you wanted. Now I don't know if that's gonna, like, all right, hey, rather than her being able to like, I don't exactly know what it is, but like, bolt through, 3 times. Now you're able to do it 4 times because, you got, you got like 3 kills. All right, hey, once you get 3 kills, all right, hey, rather than 3, you get 4. And then, with your rewinds, you're actually able to do it twice rather than, like 1 time and all that. So, yeah, I do want to kind of look out for that. What exactly they're going to do with the multiplayer. I'm a bit, I'm an Overwatch League, viewer, so I obviously,
So am I.
yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah.
Philadelphia Fusion, but yeah. So I'm hoping, and I doubt it's going to happen in the third season in 2020, but 2021. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what the online multiplayer is going to be like and all that. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's one of my main ones. And the way I play Overwatch, like I actually got plat one season, and I just so.
All right, he's just bragging. Is all. That's all that he's doing.
No, I'm not.
That's all he's doing.
Hey! I started from bronze and got the plat. I have something to brag.
So, but with that, I'm hoping it's not the full game. Now, like on the other hand, say for instance you don't have Overwatch 1 and you want to jump into Overwatch 2, full price for $60. But if you already own Overwatch and you obviously have all your skins and all of that, I'm hoping that, I mean, $40 is kind of what I can see, paying. So right now, I guess it would be $20 for like, the base game and all that. But again, $40 for the, online, story modes, the, like open, all of that stuff right now. So I mean, $30-$40. Hopefully Blizzard doesn't try to milk us for all of our cash. I mean, more than likely I'll probably spend $60 if it is that much, but I don't see why they would do that if you already own Overwatch 1.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
like, oh, sorry. Well, like, I know, like, if you have the first one, like, all your skins and everything, like, are gonna get transferred. They're basically gonna be played on the same servers, so it's like, in a way, they're gonna have like all your skins are gonna be on the other one. You don't even necessarily have to get the new game to get the maps and they're talking about that at BlizzCon. Announced it.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, granted, it's really interesting game. I love Overwatch. I can't wait to actually get into an actual storyline. Very interesting.
Yeah, because I think
more in depth on the characters.
Because I think the only thing that they really have are just like the comics. I could be wrong though. I mean, I don't really follow the story.
Well, short videos, really.
Or yeah, also yeah, which it's not just Overwatch, but like I don't understand how come Blizzard just doesn't do like movies, like CGI movies, because or not CGI, but but holy moly, like I didn't watch WoW the movie, but one of my friends who I was in the Navy with, he said he went to go see it and he was just like, it is. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it to somebody, but again, like if you just if you put every Overwatch Heroes like trailer, like together and make it like an hour long, I mean I would pay $10 just to watch that. So, but
I probably would too.
Yeah.
All right, Hippie, what you got?
Well, did you guys, any of you play Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege at all?
Oh, me?
Yeah. Do you
I
remember
regularly
that?
play.
There was a limited time mode they did where it was a whole outbreak and everything of some weird alien plague.
Mm-hmm.
And well, since that was so popular, they actually decided to make a game out just based around that. Like they're making a whole different game just on that.
Rainbow Six Quarantine. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. I was like, I seen that. I'm just like, no way, because it's like, honestly, I rather play something like that when it comes to Rainbow Six. But I mean, granted, I love playing Siege. I play it with my buddies a lot. But kind of recently, I mean, last year I've kind of stepped away from it a little bit. But let's see. It's supposed to be like a 3-player tactical co-op too, so and it is coming out for Xbox One, PS4, and PC, Windows.
They also, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to like cut you off, but most of the games that we're actually talking about, and I don't know if you guys have realized this, but most of the games we're talking about, there aren't Xbox One, Xbox Series X and PS5, like announcements, for that, for most of the games we were talking about. And I just kind of want to chime in and say, with this game, I just looked it up, and it actually looks like it's going to be coming out with the Xbox Series X. But
nice.
Like, does it not feel like this console generation should have been like the last one? Does it not feel that way? Like, are you really looking forward to an Xbox Series X and a PlayStation 5?
I mean, you go ahead.
Oh, given the games that's coming out for like this year alone, I would probably say not really.
Yeah, and like I think that's what it is. It's just it's like, seeing all these games coming out, it's making me kind of think like, well, what's the purpose of getting a PlayStation 5, or what's the purpose of getting an Xbox Series X?
Right.
But like I said, I just wanted to add that little tidbit in that, yeah, I mean, it's coming out for those, for those three, but it's also stating that it's coming out for the Series X.
I did not know.
No, I didn't know that either.
I mean, kind of tell you the truth, like, I mean, the new Xbox just looks like it's a borderline PC processor. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man, that thing is thick.
now, like, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good.
Well, no, I was just, I mean, I don't know if you had any more about the game, because I see people playing Rainbow Six Siege, and I want to get into it, but I kind of feel like it's like jumping into CS:GO, where it's like everybody knows the corners and like the angles and all that.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, last time that's kind of partially why I stopped. I don't play it as much anymore. Is because like there's people that's literally spent every release. It feels like they do just playing that and peeking around. Because I've had some like cheap. I've died some pretty cheap. And it's just you're just sitting there going, "What just happened?"
Yeah. So like, is Quarantine, I guess, kind of going to be the exact, like, is it a deal? Like, is it an add-on, a DLC, or is it like a completely new game?
Individual game.
It's a whole new game.
And it's going to be, I guess, sort of kind of like Rainbow Six.
Yeah, it's basically taking that limited time mode they had. I want to say it was later in last year or something. Probably towards the beginning of it they had it. But yeah, they're just taking the whole storyline from that, and actually just make it into a full game. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have too much else about it because my source was very vague on it. So.
Yeah, like, I mean, I took a look at the 2020 games that were like coming out, and I don't think I had like actually seen that on there, and I'm pretty sure it's because there isn't that much information. That
probably not. They don't have like the site I was looking at said there was no release date technically, but it's supposed to come out this year, but now like technical like exact day they're saying.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what a lot of people waiting on, like an exact date.
Right.
And
they're probably just trying to work out the last.
And like the thing is like, oh my gosh, bro, 2020 is just packed with so many games, and again, there aren't that many like official, release dates and all that. And the reason being, or at least for me, I feel like is because everybody doesn't want to. All right, hey, Cyberpunk 2770 or 277, 77, whatever is coming out. I don't want my game to be stuck in that time frame, because I know for a fact I'm not going to be able to get any sales for it and whatnot. It's like trying to release the movie Cats during when Star Wars is in theaters. I mean, who?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Also, that movie's just creepy.
Yeah.
Was they really compare that movie with Star Wars?
Oh, I love Star Wars. Star Wars is my thing. Like, I am a huge nerd when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Like, I have been since I was just a little kid.
But
yeah, you and me both, man. Both.
But cause yeah, I feel like spring 2020 is just jam packed, and for me, it's going to be The Last of Us 2, Cyberpunk, and Resident Evil 3. So I know for a fact I'm going to be jam packed with games to play. Hopefully with like work and school, I'm actually able to like go through and like play them and all that. But it's and it also doesn't help that this is a new console year, because again, I'm pretty sure both PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X are going to be coming out during the holiday season and all that. So people are probably just gonna yeah, but we'll see. So, but
I'm pulling punches on the new systems, honestly.
What you mean?
Like I'm probably not even gonna buy one right now.
Yeah, no.
Like we just discussed, so many games that's coming out right now. Like even Final Fantasy VII Remake. I mean, God knows how much money Square Enix is about to.
Right.
God, the money! Wow.
Like it looks $1 million. It's like what they probably imagined it to be, but they didn't have the technology, the graphics to be that at the time.
Yeah, I agree.
Gosh, bro.
Like Capcom, they make another Mega Man game, people are gonna buy it because it's Mega Man.
Right?
Could they do that though? Like what more? Well, are you talking about like a brand new Mega Man game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to say if they remake a new Mega Man game, and I was just like, I don't think you can remake Mega Man, to be honest. I mean, because
some things should not be remade. Let's be honest.
Yeah, true. Like Blood Rain. I'm just kidding.
You got jokes.
So I guess with me, Watch Dogs Legions is actually a game that I'm really looking forward to. It took me a while to play Watch Dogs 1, which is weird because I've been in love with computers for quite a while, and I'm pretty sure Watch Dogs came out before I even like got into them and whatnot. But I actually got it free from a friend, so sat there and I played it, and I was just like, this game's like really good, and it's an interesting take. I mean, it's like Grand Theft Auto, except you're actually able to go in and like hack the street lights, into people's phones, so on and so forth. The only thing that I do hate about Watch Dogs 1 and 2 are the cars. The cars just feel heavy as fuck. Grand Theft Auto, you jump on a motorcycle, you're just flying through, and then you jump in a truck, the truck is heavy, so of course you're, driving slow, but with whether it's a sports car or a motorcycle or whatever, to me, Watch Dogs cars were just like heavy as hell. But with Watch Dogs Legions, it just looks interesting. You're actually able to, pick more than one character. You're actually able to play. Obviously, it has that, like hacking, process, but you're also able to like hack non-playable characters, and you're actually able to control those, characters. Sorry, now, I mean, go back, take a look at the trailer. someone hacks a grandma, and grandma's over here fucking killing people with an, M16 and shit, and you're just kind of like, well, what the fuck is going on here? So
Grandma had too much of her scraps.
So, but Watch Dogs 3, apparently, I just now took a look at it, is apparently coming out in March. I'm gonna have to take a look at that because March is 2 months away. I can't be tripping, but by looks of it, that'll probably be the first game to start off my 2020 year and whatnot. But Ubisoft, I'm not a big Assassin's Creed fan. I just kind of feel like it's, to me, like Call of Duty, where it's like, all right, hey, Assassin's Creed. It's the name. It doesn't matter what we put like after that and everything. But like Watch Dogs, I kind of feel like they put a little more, like into it. Maybe it's because it's a lot more like open. There is, the multiplayer mode that, you're able to do. Again, it's exactly like Grand Theft Auto 5, which I enjoy. Hopefully, all the kids stay on Grand Theft Auto 5, especially since it's on Xbox Live Game Pass, I guess. And, hopefully I can just sit there and actually enjoy from day one online, play for, Watch Dogs with other adults rather than a bunch of other kids. So,
right.
I agree.
There's just kids on the server.
So, but it's definitely a game, to like watch. I mean, I'm sure you can get, the combo Watch Dogs 1 and 2, a combo for, 10, 15 bucks and all that. But again, if you like Grand Theft Auto, you would definitely like, Watch Dogs, because it's the exact same thing except, with hacking, computers and, say for instance, they send you on a mission to like go to this bank, sneak in, steal, I don't know, so-and-so's, like files from their computer. Well, you go in, and rather than like holding down the execution button, whatever it is, whether it's just spacebar or your X on your Xbox controller, you press the execution button, and then all of a sudden it just gives you like this, big map of channels, and, you have pipes, and you kind of have to connect, the wavelength or whatever to actually be able to like hack into it and all that. So, I mean, you're not really hacking, but it kind of, adds the, suspense or whatever. So.
No, I think I get what you're saying.
Whole Watch Dogs 2, I mean, you're breaking into like their off Google was hacking their systems and can control the random systems in the city. So I would imagine probably.
Oh, he's breaking up. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody breaking up.
He left us.
Oh, there it goes.
There you go.
There we go. Sorry, I had a bit of a spike there. Anyways, like I was saying, but yeah, it's just a lot of, you basically just running around hacking, just about.
Yeah.
Just using the city to your advantage. It's a great game. I enjoyed playing Watch Dogs 2 because there were some interesting moments. I will say that. I don't want to go into detail them because they are a little inappropriate, and I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Can I be honest? I've never played Watch Dogs.
Neither have I. That's why I've just been letting him talk.
Oh,
I'm just like, I don't know what to talk about, but go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, have you guys played Grand Theft Auto 5?
I hate Grand Theft Auto.
Okay. I mean, the story to Grand Theft Auto 5 wasn't bad. But again, I can see trying to play Grand Theft Auto online. Obviously, everybody fucking hates it because, again, you got, this kid sitting there yelling at you because you blew his Bugatti up or whatever, but...
Or someone's got freaking some sort of militarized vehicle and they're just destroying in the server.
Yeah, like, bro, I literally just started playing. Like, I don't even have $100 to my name.
That is pretty mean. I ain't even gonna lie. That's pretty mean.
No, but yeah, I mean, if it's on like Game Pass or you see it for $5, I mean, regardless of which one it is, Watch Dogs, the first one or the second one, you'll definitely, like have a lot of fun. It's car chases on like Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm kind of like, all right, I'm gonna drive for as long as I can and all that. But the police
Hey,
chasing
boss.
you, yo.
I got a question for you regarding that game. Is it co-op?
I don't think the first one is. I'm not sure about the second.
The second one is, or at least I know it's online in some aspects.
So it's like
Like,
a
there's
co-op.
random missions.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, can you like do the story in co-op, like how you do Gears and all that?
Well, I'm pretty sure you can't do what's it called? Local co-op. I think is the name of it.
Yes.
But again, I'm not sure about Watch Dogs 2. I played that one by myself because I don't have friends. But you know. So
I'll have to look into that. That honestly sounds very interesting, especially if it's co-op. That sounds like it'd make it even harder, honestly.
Probably would.
all right, well, I think we can go one more round, and
I actually have to go.
What?
I gotta. Yeah, you said it was only gonna be an hour, so I gotta get off at 6:30.
Oh, it is an hour. It is. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, we won't do one more because.
Y'all can continue.
I was gonna say I gave out my last one already. We just
What? You only have two. What in the world?
Final Fantasy 13 7 remake.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Well. Yeah. No. Like an hour. An hour is like fine. And all that. So. Well, I definitely appreciate all you guys coming and everybody that dropped by and Twitch and Mixer chat. I have to find a way to be able to like mute myself from the podcast and then acknowledge people in the chat. So I mean, we can talk about that later. You guys don't have to go over it, but if there's a way for me to do it, I'd like to do it. But again, like I said, I definitely appreciate everybody that like
Stuck right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely appreciate.
Mute yourself on the Discord call, and you'll be good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, true. Yeah, I could yeah. So I'll have to give that a try. But again, I definitely appreciate everybody like dropping by. Again, this was my first stream after a year, so
Wow, dude.
yeah. So like I said, it was nice spending it with each and every single one of you. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for putting up with me. But yeah, so thanks so much for dropping by. This is episode 1 of hopefully many. And yeah, happy 2020 to everybody. And may the gaming year bring some amazing, amazing content. Alright. Peace out.
Later, y'all. Later.